Hey, what's up? It's Chris here from Chris's Sci-Fi Reactions. Today we're back with another Stargate SG-1. So last episode was family, very much only a very basic episode, I'd say. I wouldn't say it was anything spectacular. This one's called Secrets. Really looking forward to continuing on with this. I know I'm recording this basically a day late. It's not really an issue on Patreon. The issue occurs more for YouTube. If it's copyright claimed, which basically everyone is now, it takes about 51 hours before it unlocks. So if I uploaded it now, it's 3 p.m. on the 22nd of September, it basically wouldn't be available on YouTube till Friday evening, thereabouts. So yeah, I think that's all on that front. If you want the full uncut unedited reaction, you can head over to Patreon listed in the description below. And without further ado, let's just get straight on into this episode. Oh, it's the guy from the movie.
Now, that was just a few minutes ago. Now, obviously, Kazuf's unburied the Stargate and is waiting. For me.
One Abydos year to...
Shari.
Oh, jeez.
Husband.
I am Shari's husband. Who are you?
My
Good,
Daniel,
Daniel,
please.
don't be fooled.
Come no further. Son, do your eyes not see?
Shari has been taken by a Gould. A demon now lives within her, one of great power and evil.
See, General Hammond's already doing the rounds.
Oh, yeah. He's a player. He knows how to work a room. Lunch?
Yes, sir. Thanks. Dad.
Oh, Dad, that... Cool, we're getting to know more about Sam, or at least we're meeting her father. That we haven't really had anything mentioned about Sam's family. I think in that Crystal episode there was a brief mention of it, but I think that's all.
I have seen your...
You're over to Mayborn for study?
The knowledge she possesses could one day save your world.
I don't care. I will not put her through that, too. I'm sorry.
More sorry for yourself, it appears, than for Shari.
Ooh, damn.
Alone.
Oh, he's not going to try and rush her out of there, is
yourself,
he?
Captain. I thought you might enjoy the surprise.
But whatever it is you really analyze on that mountain, deep space or no deep space, it can't be as exciting as the real thing. I'm talking about getting you into
I mean, he
space
would
someday.
understand, wouldn't he?
I'm talking about you actually going to space someday.
She's already been into space. I must be killing her not to be able to tell him, though. I don't know. What's this shady guy up to?
You hate me.
No.
Do that much for me.
I knew sooner or later you'd make this about you.
All right.
Dad, it's not that I don't
I
appreciate it.
said, all right. I'll
Jeez,
catch
his
up with you after the ceremony.
God, it's a bit self-centered, I'd say.
Colonel Jack O'Neill, right?
I'm not sure.
You are one hard man to find, let me tell you.
Enemy of Apophis came and stole Shara and the child away.
And it will be the truth, yes? Go with
There
them.
we go.
You can't just tell her like that.
I'm her father.
Yeah, you can't tell her. I get maybe. Yeah, it is her
Once the man
choice,
returns, will I be with you then?
but some choice.
No. Till we could find a way to remove the Gould from within you, they would lock you up in a cell. That's something like a cage.
So the Goa'uld within you will not harm others. Approaches.
I mean, we've seen that ship in the series yet. We've only seen the sort of Apophis type ship. Oh, it's so nice to see him back again. I was worried that it would just be Apophis.
My lord, someone attempted to flee through...
It was not the ship of Apophis.
It was a ship of Heru'ur. That was his name, right?
It was that of Heru
Yeah, thought so.
He is a great enemy of Apophis. He will take my...
But you'd think he would understand. Oh, although he chose to leave his wife for the greater good, so maybe he doesn't understand why Daniel can't do it.
Light years from here.
Wow. That's pretty amazing.
The program cost us over $7 billion. The Defense Department hopes to bring... We'll see.
Although it is interesting, would people believe it?
That's 2 L's, right?
Certainly the conspiracy people would. Oh, fuck.
You! 911, ambulance, now!
Jeez.
Don't try to
Did
move.
they kill him?
You did this. No,
Oh my...
you didn't do this. Son of a bitch.
What the... They actually killed him. They had him assassinated? The hell is that?
Office, my Pharaoh will destroy you both for this.
Tell him Heru has taken his son as his own. We have little time.
Yeah, but there's still Jafar around.
Must go.
Poison involving...
The Tari are stronger than you think.
Yeah, it's the typical
An alliance
goatee sort of
for the both of us against
bad
our common
guy.
enemy.
Alliance.
But he does have the bad guy look down and mannerisms, I
Our
think.
world is nothing. Once I have conquered Apophis, I will make slaves of your people. You will serve me.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, we'd like to say we don't think so, but
For your God.
whether we would or not is another question. Oh, that's gotta be a nasty way to go, although it would be pretty quick. Because you're basically vaporized.
Dari Kree! What the hell? Pay for this insolence!
I love the way they say, oh, you will pay for this insolence. But Yeah, so there's 5 rings in this, and
Somebody explain to me what just
in
happened.
the movie, because I rewatched it recently,
story.
I think there was 8?
Your enemy.
Jaffa, Shantek.
Oh jeez. Was it legitimately Sharain? Okay, so that was Stargate SG-1 Secrets. I really like that story. I'm going to give it an 8. Basically had 2 storylines, separate storylines. You had the Tilp and Daniel Abydos storyline, and you had the Jack, Sam, and Hammond sort of storyline. Yeah, I think both were interesting in their own way. Obviously, dealing with the ability of Apophis having this child, and wants the child as its future host. Also, the thing with the reporter and trying to expose the Stargate program to the world, which in my opinion would have quite devastating effects, and it will be interesting if in the future of Stargate, if we really do start to look at the different governments, different political systems, if they find out. But yeah, what else? Oh, Sam's father, a very self-centered, very selfish person, in my opinion. I know he's dying. I know he has cancer. My dad passed away from cancer. I know it's quite horrible, but that doesn't give you the right to impose your dreams as a father onto that of your children. That is not your right. Kids deserve to go the way they wish to go, which career they choose, which direction in that career. They don't, the direction they choose to go in should be their own and not that of their parent or parents. And I think Sam's father, I can't remember his name, really was like that, trying to push his dreams onto her. And I guess in the past, it was her dreams, so yeah, I suppose looking at it that, yeah, I didn't think about it like that. It was her dream in the past, so maybe the father has just misinterpreted that. But he did say, oh, fathers have dreams too, so yeah. Yeah, I think I'll have to wait and see if they show more of him, which I think they will. I think there will be a bit more around him. Whether it's anytime soon, obviously he's dying, so it might not be that long. But I think I really do hope they don't make it a one-off. Oh yeah, I have cancer, we never see him again. We never see him as a character come back again. He just dies off screen and that's it. That I think would be a bad approach, and I really do hope that's not the one they go down. But yeah, let's just break this episode down. We start off with checked sent a probe back to Abydos, where they've unburied the gate. Daniel chooses to go to Abydos, but the others have to go and receive an award. We're introduced to this guy, the one that was in The Mummy, and he was also in the original Stargate movie. I believe it is the same actor. Then we have them finding Sharae. Sharae's pregnant and the Gould within her seems to be sleeping for the safety of the baby. We go back over to Washington, where they're talking about the Stargate program. Here on Abydos, Tilk is saying to Daniel, no, we've got to bring her back. You know, very much access the information within her. Totally understand. I do get Daniel's position as well. And I think both positions do have merit, but Daniel needs to maybe think of the bigger picture a little bit here. I suppose this initial scene is a bit selfish in a way, partly, which is interesting with the whole Sam's father sort of thing as well. Tilk convinces him to change his mind. We're then introduced to Jacob. Jacob, that was it, right? It is Jacob. I'm not mixing that up. Jake Carter, was it? Or was it Jack? No. I don't know. I'm sure it'll be one of them. Then we're talking about getting her into NASA. Daniel says to Sharae that he loves her. Yeah, so then Sam's very much like, no, I don't want this, the work I'm doing at the moment. And then, like, he just says, oh, well, fine then, I'm leaving. It's like, come on, that is, you know, yes, you tried, it's obviously not what she wants. Accept it, don't just storm off like a child who doesn't get what they want. You know, it's... Yeah, there are parts... I like the character, but I also don't. I don't know what it is, but it's certainly that bit, that sort of petulance, is it? No. But certainly I think he was acting a bit childish. Then we're introduced to this reporter who's sort of nailed down the Stargate. He's got information on it. Here we're talking about bringing Sharae back to Earth. We go to the Stargate. The Gould comes back and induces labor, basically, by going back. They were unable to go through the Stargate, and the Gould Harrower is very much, yeah, here again, and I'm glad. Then we're talking about the political sort of repercussions, both domestic and international. Here they're hiding in the place they hid in the movie. Then we have Jack trying to find out more information about from the reporter. The reporter also knows about the spaceship blowing up, of the Gould ships. And here the reporter is killed. I think it's intentional. I think it was a setup. He was killed. Whether it was by politics or the US military themselves, I don't know. There's not enough information. I know they say it's an accident. I just don't believe that. Until I either see or hear some evidence, maybe later in the series, to prove, I think he was killed, assassinated. Here we have Jacob and Sam. So if I'm right, they had their disagreement. Okay, Sam's father. Jacob. So Jacob Carter is what he's called. And learned that he have cancer, and his dream is to see her in space, and then he just walks off. It's like, oh, forget, you don't have to check on me. The baby is born. Tilk zats the Gould in Shara, and Daniel gives the child to his father-in-law. Here we have them receiving the medal, and Jack, just not believing that it was an accident, and I'm with Jack. Here we have the conversation between Daniel and Harrower, sort of about an alliance, but he's not about that. He's like, you're just weak. And yeah, here we have a scene sort of between Harrower and Daniel. When Daniel hits him, the shield sort of lights up. But if it's all about deflection capability, right, like the speed of the thing coming at it, like the bullet and the arrow, like in the Nox, surely someone hitting someone isn't of significant speed to do that. And when he flicks his arm back to hit him with the shield, I don't know. And then even after this scene, Sam and Jack are talking about the same sort of thing. It's like, oh, good thing you remember the deflection capability. Yeah, it seems a little mix there. Here we have Harrower escape. He goes through the rings. Tilk is fine, even though he was shot slightly. Apophis is coming through. And then we have a unification between Apophis and the Gould inside Shara. She looks at Daniel and Tilk directly and doesn't give them away. Now, whether that's the Gould toying with them, because it knows that it would give him false hope, or if it was legitimately Shara controlling, taking a bit of control, sort of like Skara did when Apophis ordered Tilk killed in the last episode of season 1, I believe it was. Yeah, but then they head off, and then we end the story there. Okay, so that was my breakdown of Stargate SG-1 Secrets. Really like that episode, giving it an 8. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to continuing on. I know this is recording this a day later than I wanted to, and the Stargate will be a bit later than I wanted it to. I'm gonna take a little break now and record Buffy. But yeah, I think that's all for now. If you want to follow me over on my social media accounts, you can, Twitter and Facebook. I post when videos come out both on Patreon and YouTube over there. Usually if I post like an episode over there, you can be pretty sure that that episode, barring it being early access, will be available on YouTube 2 days later. Obviously, if it's an early access video, that won't be the case. But yeah, the links to my Facebook and Twitter are in the description below, as well as Patreon. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, share and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.